Has this ever happened to you? You're with your partner. Things are heating up. The room is charged. She's ready, and so are you. Everything starts out fine. The fire's there. The firmness is solid. But right in the middle of the action, it fades. Like the walls of Jericho, it collapses without warning. No pain, no explanation, just gone. And you're left there, confused, embarrassed, thinking, what the hell just happened? If that hits close to home, you're not alone. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, and you're over 60, it might. Because millions of men past 60 are facing this exact issue. Strong start, sudden fade, no clue why. But in this video, I'm going to break it down. Why it happens, what's going on inside your body, and most importantly, how to stop it from happening again. And if you stay with me to the end, I'll also show you one powerful secret. How men over 60 are now achieving full, lasting firmness that holds steady to the very end, leaving their partner completely satisfied. So if you're going all the way with me, drop a quick "I'm in" the comments. And if this is your first time here, I'm Dr. Avery, a men's health specialist. This channel is where we talk openly about the things most men only whisper about. We bust myths, break down real science, and help you keep your edge well beyond 60, 70, or 80. So, go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. We're building a tribe of strong, smart, unshakable men. And we'd love to have you in it. Ready? Let's dive in. So let's start at the root. Because before we can fix what's breaking mid-action, we need to understand how erections actually work. Most men think it's just about arousal. But that's just the spark. The real fire, it's a complex chain reaction between your brain, your blood vessels, your nerves, and one little chemical that makes all the difference. Here's what really happens. When you're turned on, mentally, physically, emotionally, your brain sends a message down your spinal cord and straight to your pelvic nerves. Those nerves then release a powerful compound called nitric oxide, the behind-the-scenes hero of every solid performance. Nitric oxide tells your arteries, especially one called the cavernosal artery, to relax. This artery is tiny, about 0.4 millimeters wide. That's half the size of the ones feeding your heart. Once it relaxes, it opens wide, and blood rushes in. That blood fills two sponge-like chambers inside your penis called the corpora cavernosa. As they expand, they press against the veins that would normally let blood flow out. This traps the blood inside, locking in the firmness. It's like inflating a tire and clamp the valve shut. That's what keeps you hard. But here's the problem. This whole chain, from brain to blood flow to pressure lock, is incredibly delicate. And if even one part falters, whether from stress, poor circulation, nerve issues, or hormonal shifts, the whole thing can collapse instantly. That's why one moment you feel like a king, and the next the throne is empty. But don't worry. We're going to break down the 3 most common reasons this collapse happens, and more importantly, how to fight back. Let's start with the one most men overlook, but that holds the key to performance and your overall health. So here it is, blood flow, the lifeline of your manhood, and the first thing to check if things aren't holding up the way they used to. Why? Because your erection is a vascular event. No blood, no show. Weak blood flow, weak performance. Now here's where most men get blindsided. The arteries in your penis are tiny. We're talking about 0.4 millimeters wide. Compare that to the coronary arteries feeding your heart. Those are nearly double the size. That means your penis often feels the effects of poor circulation before your heart does. So when the pressure starts dropping mid-act, it's not always about attraction, age, or arousal. It's your body saying, hey, something's wrong with the plumbing. Conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, and even just aging can damage these delicate vessels over time. The result? The blood starts flowing in, but not enough stays in. It's like trying to inflate a balloon with a hole in it. You might start strong, but you can't hold the pressure. And boom, collapse. Now here's the part most men don't realize. A failing erection could be your body's early warning sign of a cardiovascular issue brewing beneath the surface. That's right. Your penis could be the first to know you're at risk of a future heart attack or stroke. That's why doctors call erectile issues the canary in the coal mine for men's health. It's not just about sex, it's a signal. And if you catch it early, you can prevent more serious problems down the line. So what do? We'll talk fixes in a moment. But first, let's break down the second reason things crash mid-flight. And this one? It happens even when blood flow is doing its job. But the trap door doesn't seal. Let's talk about the one part of your body that either holds the line or lets it all leak out. You see, once the blood rushes in and fills the chambers, something needs to lock it in. That something is a fibrous ring of tissue called the tunica albuginea. Think of it like the seal on a high-pressure tank. Its job is to trap the blood inside the penis, so the pressure holds and the erection stays rock solid. When this seal is strong and elastic, you're in good shape. But if it weakens even slightly, guess what happens? The blood leaks out. Not through a wound, not because of damage you can feel, but through internal veins that are supposed to stay compressed during intimacy, yet start letting go too soon. The result? You're still mentally aroused. You're still in the mood. But your body's already waving the white flag, and you're left standing there, wondering what the hell just happened. This condition has a name: venous leak. And it's one of the most frustrating issues men face. Because the arousal is there. The desire is real, but the pressure fades before the moment's complete. And now here's the kicker. The tunica albuginea becomes less elastic over time, especially in men with uncontrolled diabetes or long-standing blood sugar issues. That's because high glucose levels can damage collagen and protein fibers inside the tunica, making it thinner, stiffer, and weaker. And just like that, the trap door loses its grip. So if you're a man with diabetes or even borderline blood sugar issues, this could be happening without you even knowing it. But here's the good news. It's not permanent. There are ways to support and even restore that elasticity naturally, especially if you catch it early. But before we get to those solutions, there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to talk about. And it might be the most underestimated factor of all, because even when the blood is flowing, even when the trap door is working, there's still one thing that can shut everything down mid-action. And it's not physical. It's mental. Let's talk about that next. Now here's the truth. Even when the pipes are clear, even when the trap door is tight, your mind can still flip the kill switch. Stress, anxiety, performance pressure. These three are the invisible thieves of male performance, and they don't ask permission to strike. You could be fully aroused, deeply connected, and then out of nowhere, everything just drops. No pain, no warning. Just a subtle shift in mental energy. and boom, your body responds like it's time to escape, not engage. That's because when your brain senses pressure or fear, it fires up your fight or flight mode. And when that happens, your body releases adrenaline, the exact opposite of what you want during intimacy. Adrenaline tightens your blood vessels, shuts down non-essential functions, and sends a retreat signal to everything below the belt. It's biology trying to protect you, but in the bedroom, it's a disaster. What makes this even more frustrating? It often affects men who care the most, men who want to please their partner, men who are nervous in a new relationship, men who've had one bad experience and now fear a repeat. That fear becomes a loop. The more you worry, the more adrenaline you release, and the faster the body shuts down. But listen, if this has happened to you, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're broken. It just means your brain is doing what it was wired to do, but at the wrong time. The solution? We'll talk about that shortly. But first, can I ask you a favor? If you're learning something here, if this is making sense or even hitting close to home, type "this is me" in the comments. Not because we need validation, but because you're not alone. And another man might see your comment and feel a little less shame because of it. While you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Not just to support this video, but to support a movement. A place where men can learn the truth, rebuild their confidence, and take back their power without embarrassment or fluff. All right, let's bring this full circle. Because now that you know the 3 biggest causes of this mid-action failure, what can you do to actually fix it? That's next. And it's where things get exciting. Now you've identified the problem, so it's time to take your power back. Because you don't have to live in fear of another sudden letdown. Not when you understand what's really going on and how to fix it. Let's go one by one. First, your blood flow. If clogged or weakened arteries are part of the problem, you've got to treat your blood vessels like gold. This means controlling your blood pressure, dropping excess weight, cutting down sugar and bad fats, quitting smoking. Moving more at least 30 minutes a day is a game changer. Think of every healthy meal and walk as a deposit into your performance bank. And if your doctor has recommended meds for circulation, like Cialis or Viagra, they can help, but only if the foundation is solid. By the way, I made a video about a natural food that's as potent as Viagra, but without the side effects of Viagra. The link will be above. Be sure to watch it. To the second fix, the tunica albuginea, that trapdoor muscle. Now this one's tricky, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, because high blood sugar damages tissue elasticity over time. If your valve isn't trapping blood properly, even a great start can collapse in minutes. So, what's the fix? Keep your blood sugar in check. Follow your diabetic protocols if diagnosed. Add more zinc, vitamin D, and omega-3s. They help with tissue repair. And very importantly, talk to a urologist about medical options if needed, like intraurethral gels or injection therapy. Yes, they sound intense, but they work. Lastly, the third fix is your mind. This might be the biggest one of all, because performance anxiety can destroy even the best intentions. So how do you stop that loop? Start with breathing. Deep, slow breaths calm your nervous system. Secondly, talk to your partner. Removing pressure often restores confidence, and if needed, don't hesitate to see a therapist or counselor trained in this field. You see, there's nothing broken yet inside of you. You just need a reset. And here's the big idea. If you fix what's inside, the outside will follow. And I want to remind you, every improvement you make, every step you take. It's not just about restoring performance. It's about restoring your sense of control, your confidence, and your manhood. So now, I'll turn it over to you. What have you tried before? Has anything helped you last longer, feel stronger, or stay more confident in the moment? Drop it in the comments. Seriously. Your experience might be the breakthrough another man needs. And if this video helped you in any way, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Not just for you, but for the 60-year-old man out there watching alone tonight, wondering if he's the only one. He's not. You're not. We're in this together. And in the next video, I'm going to show you a one fruit that works better than Viagra and which dramatically improve blood flow without pills, pumps, or pressure. I'll see you there.